Have you ever faced a rejection that initially felt like a devastating blow, only to later realize it was a blessing in disguise? Today, we're exploring how to turn rejection into an opportunity, drawing inspiration from the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Imagine a world where every no doesn't hold you back, but instead propels you forward. Rejection, often seen as a setback, can be a powerful catalyst for growth and success. It's not about tricking fate, but understanding that sometimes the universe's no is actually a hidden yes to something even better. Feeling overlooked or undervalued can be disheartening, but it's time to flip the script. In this video, we'll dive into 13 powerful lessons that reveal how to harness the strength found in rejection. These aren't just theoretical ideas, they're practical, actionable strategies you can apply to your life. From ignoring negativity and responding with emotional calm to proving your value and embracing new opportunities, we'll cover essential techniques for turning adversity into an advantage. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and ring the notification bell so you stay updated with these valuable insights. Remember, rejection isn't the end, it's a redirection. It's an opportunity to reassess, realign, and advance towards something greater. Ready to transform your setbacks into victories and uncover the potential within rejection? Join us as we explore these transformative strategies and turn challenges into triumphs. Your path to resilience and success begins now. 1. Ignore them. When life hands you the cold shoulder, it's natural to feel hurt, but this is precisely when you need to rise above the situation. Ignoring those who choose to ignore you isn't an act of pettiness. It's a powerful assertion of your self-worth. The moment someone decides that you're not worth their time, it's important to remember that the real loss is theirs, not yours. By choosing not to engage with those who dismiss you, you're sending a clear message: I am worth more. This isn't about revenge or trying to make the other person feel bad. Rather, it's about protecting your energy and investing it where it truly matters. Ignoring someone's indifference towards you isn't just about avoiding unnecessary drama. It's about building a sense of self-respect that doesn't rely on others' approval. The pain of being ignored can be sharp, but instead of letting it linger, use it as a driving force for personal growth. Imagine building a fortress of self-respect. Each slight or cold shoulder is another stone in your wall. Let their indifference bounce off this wall without penetrating your core. By doing so, you're not just surviving their rejection, you're thriving in spite of it. This approach demonstrates a high level of emotional maturity. It shows that you understand your value is intrinsic and not determined by someone else's recognition or approval. This doesn't mean you won't feel the sting of rejection. It's only human to feel hurt when ignored, but by choosing to ignore the ones who ignore you, you are taking control of the situation. You're not allowing someone else's actions to dictate your self-worth or happiness. In the end, remember that your value doesn't decrease because someone else fails to see it. By staying true to yourself and maintaining your self-respect, you're letting your actions and character speak louder than their silence. This isn't about winning or losing. It's about understanding that you are always enough, with or without their approval. 2. Don't react emotionally. Rejection can sting deeply, often tempting us to react emotionally. When someone brushes you off, the immediate impulse might be to react with frustration, anger, or sadness. But there's a different, more powerful way to handle this situation, a way that comes straight from the Stoic philosophy: calmness. Stoicism teaches that while it's normal to feel emotions, we shouldn't let them control our actions. When faced with rejection, the key is to manage your response thoughtfully, rather than allowing your emotions to dictate your actions. This isn't about suppressing your feelings or pretending that everything is okay. Instead, it's about taking a step back, breathing deeply, and choosing how to respond from a place of strength and clarity. When you're ignored, pause and ask yourself, why is this bothering me? Often, it's not just the rejection itself, but our own insecurities that cause the most pain. We might worry that the rejection confirms our worst fears about ourselves. But this is where Stoicism offers a valuable lesson. Focus on what you can control: your actions, your responses, and your thoughts. By staying calm in the face of rejection, you are not only managing the situation effectively, but you're also growing stronger. Each time you choose to respond with composure rather than reacting emotionally, you're building resilience. This approach gives you power over yourself and the situation. It allows you to maintain your dignity and integrity, no matter how others behave. 3. Remove them from your mind. When rejection rears its head, detachment becomes a crucial tool in your emotional arsenal. This doesn't mean pretending that the rejection didn't hurt. It's about processing the experience in a way that transforms it into something beneficial. Acknowledge the rejection, feel the sting, but don't let it linger in your thoughts. Instead, use it as a signpost, guiding you toward new opportunities and perspectives. Detachment doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means not allowing them to dominate your mental space. Engage in activities that enrich your spirit and expand your horizons. These activities aren't just distractions. They are pathways to self-discovery and growth. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who support and uplift you. In doing so, you create a new focus for your energy and attention. Rejection should never be seen as a reflection of your worth. It's simply a part of life, and often, it's an invitation to explore new avenues and discover more about yourself. What may initially seem like a painful rejection can often turn out to be a nudge toward a more fulfilling and aligned path. By removing those who reject you from your mind, you free yourself to pursue the things and people that truly resonate with who you are. 4. Demonstrate your value. Rejection can sting deeply, often leaving us questioning our worth. But instead of letting it weigh you down, use rejection as a litmus test for your resilience and an opportunity to demonstrate your true value. When someone overlooks your potential, don't retreat. Rise to the occasion. Let rejection be the spark that ignites your drive to showcase what you're truly capable of. The next time you're passed over or ignored, take a moment to breathe, regroup, and then channel that energy into something constructive. Dive into a project that highlights your skills, take the lead on a new initiative, or invest time in honing a talent you've been neglecting. By turning your focus inward and committing to your growth, you shift the narrative from one of rejection to one of empowerment. Your value is not diminished by someone else's inability to recognize it. In fact, rejection can be a powerful tool for self-reflection and realignment. It forces you to reassess where you're investing your time and energy, and it encourages you to focus on what truly matters. By embracing the challenge of rejection, you open yourself up to new opportunities that better align with your strengths and passions. Remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's a redirection. It's life's way of guiding you toward areas where you are truly needed and where you can make the most impact. Instead of viewing rejection as a setback, see it as a plot twist in your personal story, one that pushes you closer to becoming the most authentic and empowered version of yourself. 5. Cut off contact. Silence is often misunderstood as a passive act, but in the context of dealing with rejection, it's a powerful and strategic tool. When you're ignored or turned down, the instinct to bridge the gap, to reach out and fix the situation, can be overwhelming. However, this is precisely when you should embrace silence. Cutting off contact isn't about playing mind games. It's about regaining control of your emotions and power. When you choose not to react, when you resist the urge to send messages, make calls, or seek validation, you're taking a step back to recalibrate. This isn't a retreat. It's a strategic pause that allows you to refocus on your goals, your passions, and your self-worth. Silence in this context is not about making the other person regret their actions or come crawling back. It's about demonstrating to yourself that your sense of self-worth isn't dependent on someone else's approval. By maintaining your silence, you show that you are solid, centered, and not easily swayed by external validation. This approach empowers you to emerge from rejection stronger and more focused. It ensures that when you do move forward, you do so with grace, poise, and a renewed sense of purpose. Silence, when used wisely, can be the most powerful statement you make, one that reflects your inner strength and resilience. 6. Prove them wrong. When faced with rejection, the temptation to prove others wrong can be a powerful motivator. But this drive shouldn't be about earning their approval. It should be about discovering and surpassing your own potential. Rejection can catalyze self-improvement, pushing you to hone your skills, deepen your knowledge, and ultimately redefine your personal narrative. When someone doubts your abilities, let that doubt fuel your determination to improve, not for their sake, but for your own. Dive into learning, Practice with relentless dedication and push yourself beyond what you thought possible. The goal is not to make a grand statement to those who doubted you, but to quietly build your confidence and competence. Let your actions and results speak for themselves. If someone labels you as uncreative, embark on a project that showcases your creativity. If you're seen as uncommitted, let your consistent efforts and dedication be your response. This journey of self-improvement is not about changing others' opinions, but about transforming your own self-image. As you grow and evolve, the world's narrative about you will naturally shift. However, the greatest victory lies not in proving others wrong, but in realizing that the only validation that truly matters is the one you give yourself. By focusing on your growth and letting your achievements speak for themselves, you redefine success on your own terms, independent of others' perceptions. 7. Go out and have fun. Resilience is often tested in our darkest moments, but it is also strengthened in our happiest ones. After experiencing rejection, the natural instinct might be to retreat, to nurse your wounds in solitude. However, true strength lies in doing the opposite, embracing life with renewed vigor. Going out and having fun isn't just a way to distract yourself from the pain. It's a deliberate strategy to build emotional resilience and remind yourself of the joy that still exists in the world. When you engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it's picking up a new hobby, rediscovering an old passion, or simply spending quality time with friends, you are actively reclaiming your sense of worth. Joy isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for healing. It reminds you that life is multifaceted and that one rejection doesn't define your entire existence. By choosing to have fun, you're choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life, which in turn makes you more resilient to life's inevitable setbacks. The power of connection should not be underestimated. Humans are inherently social creatures, and shared experiences can significantly. Sharing your journey of growth is also an important aspect of building social status, not for the sake of applause, but to connect with others who resonate with your story. By being open about your challenges and how you're overcoming them, you create a space for genuine connection and empathy. Engaging in volunteering or networking activities further deepens your ties with the community, fostering relationships that are based on shared values and mutual support. This isn't about padding your resume. It's about building a network of meaningful relationships that contribute to both your growth and the growth of others. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, intertwines personal growth with community involvement. The ultimate goal is not to be seen or to seek out accolades, but to witness your own growth and, in turn, help others along their journeys. When you focus on contributing to the greater good, rejection is transformed into a powerful force for positive change in your life and the lives of others. Through this process, you discover that true social status is not measured by how many people notice you, but by the impact you make on the world around you. 9. Act as if they don't exist. When faced with someone who chooses to ignore you, the most powerful response can be a quiet and composed one. This approach is not about being petty or aloof. It's about protecting your own peace of mind. If someone overlooks you, let them. Don't expend unnecessary energy trying to gain their attention or engage in conversation. Instead, redirect your focus toward people and activities that truly matter. In social settings, this might mean turning your attention to someone who values your presence and initiating a meaningful conversation with them. It's essential to recognize that your worth isn't dependent on someone else's acknowledgement or validation. By focusing on those who appreciate you, you reinforce your sense of self-worth and maintain your emotional balance. In situations where interaction with this person is unavoidable, maintain professionalism. Keep the conversations brief, to the point, and devoid of any unnecessary personal depth. This approach isn't about one-upping the other person. It's about showing up for yourself with dignity. By keeping interactions strictly business, you avoid unnecessary drama and distractions, signaling that you are there for what truly matters, not for trivial games. If the disregard continues, embrace the power of walking away. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness or defeat. It's a strategic decision to invest your energy where it is truly valued. It's about understanding that your emotional and mental resources are better spent on relationships and pursuits that bring joy, growth, and fulfillment. By choosing not to engage in a one-sided struggle for attention, you're not just distancing yourself from a person, you're moving toward better opportunities, healthier interactions, and a more peaceful state of mind. Your response to indifference is not a reflection of weakness, but a testament to your inner strength and self-respect. 10. Give them the silent treatment. Choosing silence in the face of indifference is not about seeking control or power over the situation. It's about preserving your dignity and maintaining your inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to wield silence not as a weapon, but as a tool for self-reflection and emotional mastery. When someone ignores you and you choose to respond with silence, use that time as a period of introspection and self-discovery. This silence provides a profound opportunity for personal growth. It's not about shutting out the world or the person who ignored you. It's about turning inward to better understand your feelings, thoughts, and reactions. Instead of using silence to punish, use it to reflect. Ask yourself questions like, why does this situation bother me? What can I learn from it? How can I use this experience to grow? This kind of silence is constructive, helping to reinforce your character and align your responses with your core principles. If you choose to remain silent, let it be a deliberate and conscious choice, rooted in self-care and wisdom. It's a decision to refrain from engaging in behaviors that don't serve you, such as manipulation, revenge, or pettiness. Instead, it's about embracing the Stoic virtues of temperance and self-control. By choosing not to respond, you're not merely ignoring someone, you are actively listening to yourself, maintaining your composure, and focusing on your personal journey. This practice embodies the Stoic ideal of serenity in the face of adversity, ensuring that you remain centered and at peace. 11. Don't beg for attention. When faced with indifference, never lower yourself to beg for attention. The Stoic approach emphasizes the importance of grounding yourself in your own self-worth and independence. If someone ignores you, it's not a cue to try harder to win their approval. Instead, see it as an opportunity to turn inward and reaffirm your value. Stoicism teaches that true self-esteem is not swayed by the fleeting attention of others. It is rooted in a steadfast belief in your own worth. Engage in your passions and pursuits with a sense of self-sufficiency. This isn't about showing off or trying to make someone realize what they're missing. It's about recognizing and appreciating your own strengths and contributions. Involve yourself in activities that fulfill you, connect with people who genuinely appreciate you, and cultivate a life that you find meaningful and rewarding. This is not a passive retreat, it's an active embrace of your own life, independent of others' recognition. Rather than chasing after fleeting attention, invest in your own growth and happiness. Build a life that you are proud of, one that stands firm regardless of how others perceive it. Let your confidence and self-assurance come from your personal development and achievements, not from performing for others. The Stoic approach transcends merely dealing with rejection. It turns rejection into an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, deepen your understanding of self-worth, and live a life grounded in purpose and integrity. 12. Be kind but emotionally distant. When faced with indifference, responding with kindness while maintaining emotional distance is a powerful strategy. This approach is not about being cold, but about safeguarding your inner peace and self-respect. It's natural to feel hurt or frustrated when someone ignores you, but Stoicism teaches us to handle such situations calmly and poised. Offering a smile, a polite greeting, or a simple wish for a good day can be an act of grace, but it should be given without the expectation of reciprocity. Your kindness should be genuine, a reflection of your values rather than a means to gain approval. Maintaining emotional distance doesn't mean creating barriers, it means setting healthy boundaries. It's about recognizing that you have control over your own actions and responses, but not over others' reactions. By choosing to be kind yet emotionally detached, you assert that your well-being is not dependent on someone else's acknowledgement or approval. This distance is a mark of inner strength and self-respect, demonstrating that you will not let others' indifference disrupt your emotional equilibrium. This approach not only protects you, but also empowers you. Combining kindness with emotional detachment is a reflection of Stoic wisdom, allowing you to interact with others graciously while preserving your own emotional integrity. This balance showcases maturity and self-awareness, illustrating that you are capable of navigating social interactions with dignity. By staying true to your principles, you maintain a sense of inner peace and resilience, despite the challenges posed by others' behavior. 13. Don't reveal your struggle. In the face of rejection, it can be tempting to reveal your struggles to seek sympathy or acknowledgement. However, Stoicism encourages maintaining composure and demonstrating inner resilience. This approach is not about pretending that everything is fine, but about embodying true strength and stability. Continuing to live with vigor and determination, despite being ignored, is not performance for others, but a testament to your personal strength and self-worth. By not revealing your struggles, you focus on managing your emotions in a way that upholds your dignity. Acknowledge your feelings, but let calmness and self-assurance guide your actions. Control what you can, your responses and demeanor, without letting negative emotions dictate your behavior. This subtle strength reinforces your character and shows that your sense of self-worth is not contingent on others' recognition or approval. Embracing this Stoic philosophy of emotional resilience allows you to navigate rejection with grace. It's about managing your emotions constructively, preserving your self-respect, and demonstrating wisdom and integrity. By not making your struggles public, you reflect a grounded sense of self, unshaken by external circumstances. This approach emphasizes that true strength lies in maintaining your composure and focusing on personal growth rather than seeking validation from others. In this way, your response to rejection becomes a powerful affirmation of your inner fortitude and stability. Cultivate self-compassion. When faced with rejection, practicing self-compassion is crucial. Rejection can be a tough pill to swallow, but how you treat yourself during these times can significantly impact your recovery and growth. Self-compassion involves acknowledging your feelings with kindness and understanding rather than harsh self-criticism. It's about recognizing that everyone encounters rejection at some point, and that it's a normal part of life, not a reflection of your worth. Start by being gentle with yourself. Instead of berating yourself for feeling hurt or overlooked, offer yourself the same compassion you would extend to a friend in a similar situation. Understand that your emotions are valid and that experiencing rejection doesn't define your value. Self-compassion allows you to embrace your feelings without letting them overwhelm or diminish you. This approach also involves reframing rejection as an opportunity for growth rather than a personal failure. When you treat yourself with kindness, you build a positive self-image that helps you navigate future challenges with resilience. Acknowledging that rejection is a universal experience can foster a sense of solidarity and reduce feelings of isolation. Practicing self-compassion also means taking care of your emotional well-being. Engage in activities that nourish your spirit and provide comfort. Surround yourself with supportive people who uplift and encourage you. By focusing on self-care and maintaining a positive inner dialogue, you strengthen your emotional resilience. In essence, cultivating self-compassion helps you recover from rejection with grace. It enables you to maintain your self-worth, embrace your emotions, and move forward with renewed confidence. This internal kindness not only aids in healing but also prepares you to face future challenges with a balanced and positive mindset. Outro. We've journeyed through the twists and turns of reverse psychology, uncovering 13 powerful lessons on transforming rejection into a tool for success. Remember, every no you face is a stepping stone to resilience, a lesson in Stoicism that teaches us to channel our inner strength. No, I challenge you to apply these insights in your daily life. Embrace rejection not as a setback, but as a catalyst for growth and self-discovery. I'm eager to hear your stories of triumph. So hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and drop a comment below. Share your journey, your victories, and even your struggles. If you're at a loss for words, just type strength in adversity to show you've made it through our session. Your interaction fuels this community, guiding us toward wisdom, understanding, and, above all, mastering the art of turning every challenge into an opportunity. Here's to mastering the art of stoic resilience together. Stay stoic.